Good morning. Congratulations. We have made it through week one. Yay! Give yourself a round of applause. As a review, in the beginning of this week, we discussed questions that made us feel good, such as what do I have to celebrate? What am I grateful for? What am I thankful for? What matters to me most? And what are the things that make me feel good while I am doing them? Then we went into rating some qualities and measuring our strengths and our weaknesses and um, asking ourselves what's more important and how it can impact our lives and how we can surrender and fully embrace what actions we can start embodying and how we want to show up and move forward. A few things came in my spirit that I want to share with you and remind you. As you're going through this process, try to listen to your thoughts without judgment. If you feel your body tensing up or tightening up, and you feel any type of negative emotions such as shame or guilt or fear, that's your false self. That's your ego. And try not to engage with that. Now, I want you to allow those feelings to come up and take a deep breath and just try to observe the feelings and let the feelings pass through. I do not want you to suppress the feelings and act like they're not there, because that's how they get stuck in our energy. One tool that I use when I need to release energy is an app called Marco Polo. And me and one of my girlfriends that is doing the challenge with me, we're on Marco Polo a lot. And one thing that I really like about it is like a walkie-talkie. So it's like she records her video and I can listen to it whenever, I have the availability to listen to it. And then I can record my video and vice versa. But one thing I really like about it is that it gives us a chance to listen to each other. Usually when we're on the phone or we're on FaceTime, we're usually, you get excited and you get kind of anticipation because you're wanting to say what you need to say and they're saying what they need to say. And, so you kind of hear each other, but you're not really engaging and really listening. So that's why I like that app. But what I use it for sometimes is when I need to rant. So I'll get on the app and I feel like I'm talking to her. I'll get on there and I'll rant and say, these things happen and da 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 da. But I'm getting that energy up and out. And then I usually delete it before she even sees it because it's all negative energy. But I'm usually getting it up and out of me is what I'm trying to say. And I'm not suppressing it. So it's just a little tool that I use for myself. But most importantly, what I want you to remember is to be gentle with yourself. I keep saying that over and over, and I want to continue to repeat that. Be gentle with yourself. As you're witnessing your thoughts, you're starting to have self-awareness, and you're starting to respond from your true self, from your authentic place. So be open and honest with yourself. Drop below your neck when you're answering questions and see what comes up for you, and really try to go to that deep place. I want to teach you a really quick breathing exercise, another one. This one is balancing the brain. And what it does, it helps center you. It helps to get you back in balance. Helps self-regulate you, if you will. So what you need to do is you need to take your thumb and either your forefinger, or you can use your middle finger, whichever is more comfortable for you. Excuse me. And you want to hold down one side of your nose, your nostril. Breathe in. Wait about 4 to 6 seconds. Pinch your other side of your nostril. Breathe out. Wait 4 to 6 seconds. Breathe in. Breathe out. And you want to do that about 8 to 12 times. So usually a good time to use this is if you're at work and someone has really, got you off your rocker off balance a little bit, go in the bathroom stall. Like nobody knows what you're doing. And just balance your brain. Get yourself back to your center. So, like I said, I am in the trenches with you. I am doing the work also. I have been doing my writing, and wrong way. Like, yeah, right. No, seriously, I've been doing my writing and doing my work right with you. So one thing came up for me, and this came up as I was praying this week about what to talk about for next week, and self-love kept coming up for me. And then someone told me to watch Mary J. Blige on Prime. And if you know me, I don't really watch a lot of television, but I went on there and I watched it, and it was really good and it really resonated with me. But one of the things she kept talking about was self-love. And then when I answered the questions on Friday, one of the questions that came up regarding, let's see, it says, what experiences, memories, behavior, choices from the past must be surrendered in order for you to fully embrace your 3 qualities? Well, that came back to self-love for me. And I was just like, okay, that's what we're going to talk about next week. So I want to encourage you to keep coming back to your questions. So maybe like 6 months down the line, go back and re-ask yourself these questions or other questions. You always want to ask yourself better questions. Hence why I am doing the 21-day question challenge, because anything you do for 21 days or longer, it sparks a new habit within you, and it replaces something, you're replacing a bad habit, bad thoughts or whatever, and you're forming new and healthy habits. So asking yourself the right questions are good habits to have. And repetition is the mother of all key. So this is why I am doing my work over and over again, because you get into a new space of life and your answers will change. So the 3 qualities that came up for me is commitment, compassion, and perseverance. And the reason that I chose those 3 as my main qualities right now is because, you're on camera. What's up? This is real life. Mm-hmm. So anyway, because I'm doing a project that I'm working on to open up my coaching services to a broader community so I can be online. And I'm taking some marketing and sales classes to do that. And when I was going through that question, commitment, it was one of the first ones that I had to answer. So that really came up for me. And I thought about my aunt and my cousin. I used to have this belief that I was unseen, unheard, and unloved because of some childhood traumas that I had dealt with. And because I have felt those ways, my aunt used to compare us, me and my cousin. This is, my cousin is her granddaughter, and she's my aunt. So she used to compare us all the time and say, my cousin was doing these classes and my cousin was doing this and, in life, and my cousin was doing that. So I used to make commitments to do things that I necessarily didn't want to do. And it was all because I felt the need to be validated. I wanted to be worthy of someone else's attention and time. And I needed that approval. I call it approval addiction. And in life, we all seem to go through that, where we need that validation from somewhere else. We're looking external. We're looking for that external validation instead of going within and finding it internally. And it wasn't until I learned who I was that resonated with me. And I was like, oh, I am just, these are the things I do. I'm a mother, I'm I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a benefit analyst, I'm a life coach. Those are roles that I play. That's not who I am. So, and they say that's one of the hardest questions to answer, which it is, because I used to ask myself that all the time when I was younger. Who am I? What am I here? What is this purpose? But I now know those answers because I went within. So I live from the inside out instead of opposite, outside in. And I also know that when we do that and have that self-love, it can transform fear to faith, and we can turn our trauma into healing, and we can turn conflict into growth and fear into love. And really that's all there is two emotions, which is fear and love. Everything else falls up under those categories. So because we have been so conditioned, we become more comfortable being uncomfortable than happy. And I'm like, I don't want to live like that no more. That's not who I want to be. You know, if I'm going to be here, I want to do it the right way, and I'm going to find that out. And yeah, I started, that's how I got into this. I started reading and doing a lot of my work, a lot of self-improvement and a lot of personal development. And that's how I got to this place. So we have a fault-finding mindset, and because of that, that inner critic, which is that chatter that goes on, that person is always talking. And talk back to it. I talk back to it all the time. I tell them, shut the hell up. Out loud. I sure do. And I affirm myself a lot, and just, really getting into, who I am and who I love, and finding what makes me happy, what centers me. I think Margaret had put it on her answer one day last week, and it said that she goes to the beach and she can really just get lost for hours just sitting at the beach. And I'm the same way at the mountains. I love the mountains. I'm at a whole different type of peace when I'm there. So our question today, which is our 8th question, is what is self-love? What does it mean to me? I want you to say that to yourself. What does it mean to me? What does it look like, feel like, and act like? So I really want you to think through that question, those questions, and see what comes up for you. Okay, so I need for you to stay encouraged. We have this week and next week, and that's it. 21 days really does fly by if you're doing your work. So I encourage you to continue to do your work. Your work is for you. This is for you to grow, and for you to level up. Okay, so you accepted the challenge. Let's keep to it, and I'll see you next time. Bye.